Sleeping hot? Waking up sweaty at 2 a.m.? It's not you, it's your sheets. And Care Aloha is your answer. They're the original for bamboo sheets that are naturally breathable, moisture-wicking, and luxuriously soft, designed to keep hot sleepers cool and comfortable all night long. You can feel the difference in how much cooler you sleep. Care Aloha's innovative bamboo fabric pulls heat away from your body so you fall asleep faster and stay asleep longer without cranking the AC. Improve your sleep tonight. Shop Care Aloha bamboo sheets now at carealoha.com. That's CARILOHA.com. Cooler sleep starts with Care Aloha.
Hi everybody, welcome to another episode of Tane Talks. I am your host Tane, here to talk to you today about Welcome to Plathville Season 8, Episodes 10 and 11. Here with me as always when it comes to Plathville is Brian from Mass Virgin. Hi Brian, how are you?
Feeling really judgmental toward everyone I know. For everything that they do. Their ungodly ways.
Trying to make you walk with the Lord. Brian,
that's right.
Listen to me.
Alcohol in that house.
Okay, I am excited to talk about this. The last time we covered episodes 8 and 9, I think 9 I said was the worst episode so far this season, and they had nothing to give. The production is still wonky, but we got some juice. We got some juice this time around, and I want to talk about it. Reminding you guys that you can find new episodes on the feed. Brian and I talked about Summer House Part 3 reunion. You can find Couples Therapy, latest episode up with Jen. And you can find 90-day episodes on Patreon, patreon.com/Tane Talks. Okay, this irritating man called Barry, Plath Daddy, whatever you choose to call him, is finally going on a date. And it's a blind date. And I just don't understand how his measurement is how many people have read the Book of Enoch in the Bible.
I mean, that now I'm not a religious man. That's not even in the regular Bible, is it? Isn't that like one of the apocryphal texts that's like on the outside of the Bible?
Oh my God, don't put me on blast because now I'm going to tell myself because I know. No, I think it I don't know.
Is it official? Is it canon? I just don't know.
The Catholic Bible has extra books, the books that were taking out, the Apocrypha, something like that.
Yeah, well, there's some of them. But there's others that didn't. Bell and the Dragon didn't make the cut and stuff like that. So like, I don't.
Oh my gosh.
I haven't been in mass in more than 25 years. So I don't remember a lot of my old Catholic teaching. But I thought that was one of those. It's like, oh, it used to be in the Bible, and then it got like taken out, but you can still like read it and find it and stuff. It's not like banned. It's just got like whittled away over the time. If not, I'm sorry, y'all. I didn't mean to derail us. It's what I do.
To figure out. I don't think like it's officially in the Bible, which is what made him. I think that's why he was saying that. Is like how many people would have read that? Like you have to dig deep to find that, but I don't know. This man is just strange. It doesn't matter what it is. It could be this, it could be not, but he's just very strange. And
he's a weirdo.
You know, I'm confused at the direction of this season, like I've been saying, because this is the introduction to them saying all the things that happen in Montana. Because why are we not seeing Zack and Lydia on their moral high ground? Why are we relying on the family members to tell us that this happened on multiple occasions? And there was not a camera to film any of that. But the way Lydia explained it to me, it didn't sound like it was anything wrong. They went to Montana. Amber, who is 16, was there with Mariah. And she's just like, she was drinking around her. She is a minor. Like, I'm not saying don't drink around your kids or anything, but it's like, it's a few days. You can not drink or drink separately. It's okay. And she was like, don't do that. And then they were watching TV shows that, you know, happened to be, I don't know what it is. That's the other thing, I guess. I don't know what it could have been.
Her bar is low.
If it was something that was like, what can I say? Should I say Euphoria? Is that
Yeah, there you go. That's
Yeah.
yes.
It
Was
was
it
like
Euphoria or was
Euphoria.
it Big Bang Theory? Like
Oh,
which
exactly. Like what was it? Or was it like the Gone but Not Forgotten one season, the weekend show that was so bad they didn't even finish out the season? That was just
oh,
like
Jesus.
all your twisted fantasies in Barry Sam Levinson's, he's the same guy who does Euphoria, mind come to
Mhm.
life, because it was like the sickest things ever. Was it that? I don't know. We don't have context into, what it
Yeah.
is. But it just feels like Kim is committed to misunderstanding Lydia, and it infuriates me. It truly
Mhm.
infuriates me. Like, if that happens, why don't you call her and then listen to her? And even when she says it, you don't want to hear what she has to say. You just want to be like, I hate your husband. I kind of don't like you for calling me out. And I'm just going to say that you feel better than everybody else.
Mhm.
So
Gonna
they,
punish you, I think.
I don't know, they're committed to making her the outsider, and I don't like it. I'm not
Yeah.
saying she's
No.
perfect, but it has to feel isolating, I guess is
Well,
what I'm saying.
she's not perfect, but she is the best member of this family. So like it's a very low bar, but
Yeah.
she of all of them is the one where I'm just like I can't point to anything that you've done that's like objectively bad. Where I think
Maybe
basically
that's the
everyone
problem.
else.
Maybe
Yeah.
that's the problem. They're so used to chaos and doing terrible things to each other that you haven't done anything to me, so you must be the problem. Because they've all hurt each
Mhm.
other in some way. At some point, Ethan wasn't even talking to his mom. His mom has said things, his
Yeah.
dad has said things, Mariah said things and done things to Ethan. They've done things, Micah, whatever. And they're all like, you did something bad, so you're okay. Like, I
Mhm.
recognize that. I'm familiar with that chaos. But Lydia is just like, trying to be happy with her husband, hasn't said anything to anyone, and they're like, something must be wrong with you. You do not come with
She's
drama.
she's like, I made fudge. And they're like, get out of here.
Again, I always still remember how she was there holding down the family when Kim decided she wanted to be a bad girl. So,
Yeah, she was the
you
mom
know,
for a minute there.
it's just really sad.
Mm.
Question for you. What
Mhm.
is Barry's job?
Oh God. I don't know. I don't professional weirdo, I think is probably the
I
full-time
just thought
brief. I
about
don't
it.
know what he
I
does.
sat down and I was like, wait, do we actually know what he does? We're gonna say this. Somebody's gonna send in all the things. They said it
He
in
probably owns
season.
properties. He probably is like I own a lot of properties that I rent out or something like that. That's my guess.
Okay, I want to know because they're talking about child support. It's been finalized. He does not pay child support, and he had the audacity to tell her to her face, like, I give you what I can afford.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have it. So that's why I'm like,
It,
what does he do?
it became early seasons teen mom all of a sudden. Look, man, I ain't got it. All right. So, like, what do
I
you want me to
mean,
do?
he bought a whole dance studio for her, so I don't know. But times
Yeah,
would be hard. He did borrow a juicer, so
he did borrow a juicer. Yeah, it's true. He didn't just buy a juicer.
okay. Okay, so the producers are doing their job and they've decided to make a story out of whatever happened in Montana that they did not think was good enough for us to see. So they're all going to meet. It is the 1 year anniversary of Lydia and Zach's wedding, and they're going to do something nice for them. But why should we do something nice without doing something horrible to her? So they're planning
You
on
got to ruin it.
confronting her about the things that were said, because Lydia and Kim did kind of have like a conversation but about Joshua. But we're all gonna tie everything into that, and let's just hash everything out on your 1 year anniversary, because why
Yeah,
not? You
Mazel
know.
tov. This is nuts.
So let me go through Ethan and Tegan first before we go to the confrontation. Brian, I'm sick of
Mm-hmm.
this. I'm sick of
Yeah.
whatever the fuck this is. I don't understand why they are going to the party together. They are in Cairo, meaning that she actually flew down for this. They are
Mm-hmm.
driving together. I don't want us to get back together. We're just friends, but I'm going to take time out away from my kid and come all the way down. Okay, it is a job, but still. And then she's
This,
staying at a hotel. I
yeah,
I don't get it. I
because
don't want it.
she's not with him. You stay with the family. This should be a brand new woman we don't know until this season. This role should be played by some woman he met in town who he can now turn his family against or turn against his family or whatever. But like for this to be Tegan, who does not like him and who he is not
Allegedly.
dating, right? None of this makes sense. I'm
Yeah.
sick of it. I don't care that her lip gloss looks good. I'm tired of her. I'm tired of all of this.
Yes. And then Did he drive down? That's his car, right?
That's his car. So they drove and slept in the stinky car, I would assume, the entire way down.
I can't. I
Yeah.
just I can't. Micah is a no-show. Like, we just need to get used to it. So
He's
Ethan
not part
just
of this
kind of
season.
throws it out and was like, "Oh, I wish Micah could make it," but as usual, he had something he had to do. Micah's like, "I nope, you're not ruining this relationship for me, so it's
Mm-hmm.
not gonna happen." For the first time in whatever, because I think in the last time you mentioned that we have not seen Ethan smile the entire season, we see him crack a smile. He tells Tegan that he has exciting news and it's about his divorce, and his ex, she who shall not be named, has responded to his lawyer and stuff has been sent to the court. So it's now in the court's hands and then they should be granted a divorce very soon.
Yeah. We also saw him smile in that flashback where he's playing pool, and I'm like, it's creepy looking now. Like the difference of these two people is so vast that it's like I've not seen this like smiling, goofy version of Ethan in so long that to
Yeah.
see it again is unsettling.
Yeah. I think he expected Tegan to do like the Sierra somersault to like hoop and
Mm-hmm.
holler, and she's just like, that's another person that's even killed. I don't think she's on anything, but she's just
No.
happy,
Yeah, she's
sad,
yeah,
winter, spring,
pretty
summer,
flat.
fall. That's it. And she's like, yeah, I mean, I wanted him to get a divorce. That's an open door, but we'll see. I'm like, oh my God,
Mm-hmm.
stop it.
Yeah, that's
Um,
going
Again,
nowhere.
guys, she has a new boyfriend now, so it's all done. I
Mm-hmm.
feel compelled to tell you she has a new black boyfriend. So it
Yup.
that's that. There's nothing. So she's just doing this for a check. Like, I need her to do a tell all, like Veronica, and just tell us, why were you here? Why were you hanging out with him? Because clearly you don't want anything to do with him or his family. Nobody should,
Right.
but
Look, I signed a
So
contract, okay?
Ethan shares that I want to bet that she's probably not working, and she's like, I might as well get a check out of this. So
Yeah. Yep.
So Ethan shares that, oh, like, everything that happened with Zack, and also Zack had concerns about her that he brought to him, that she's using him for money, that he didn't like the way she referred to her daughter as baggage, and that her sexuality is not something that he should be okay with. And I'm like, what is the point of telling her? But you know what? These people don't think things through. But decode for me, Brian, and am I forgetting, what is the sexuality that he should not be okay with?
That she has some, I think. I think I think that's it. I think it's just that like she is not a deeply repressed person, and that's a problem.
That she has sex? That really
Yeah.
is it?
Yeah. Or this is all bullshit. Or it's Ethan saying, I want us to all hate Zack. I'm gonna tell you things that he never said, or that
Mhm.
I am deliberately misinterpreting, so that you will hate him with the rest of us. Because we all
Okay.
have to hate Zack.
Okay. I'm glad that's what it was, because I didn't want to misspeak, and I didn't know if I forgot if she ever mentioned maybe that she was bisexual or anything, and then I missed that,
No.
because the way they just kept saying her sexuality is not something you should be okay with. Is that even the terminology if it's like, oh, she's okay with premarital sex? I don't
You
get
know,
it, because
I
she also mentioned, like, my sexuality is something I've always been open, and I told Ethan about it. So now I'm like, is this just the production breakdown again where we didn't miss anything, or is it me forgetting something?
I I feel like if she was bisexual, Ethan would react the way that Daniel did when he found out that Lisa was bisexual. So I don't think it's that. I think it is just that
He
like
means
I'm
90 Day,
fine.
guys, not a
Yeah,
character
90
on
Day Fiance.
Plathville.
Go back
90 Day
if
Fiance.
you have not seen it, go back and watch just their scenes. I think I think it's basically like when they had that game they were playing, where it was Isaac and Kaylin and Lydia and Zack, and it's like, oh, these
Yeah.
are questions that you could take in a sexual way, and we're gonna
Yeah.
act really weird about it. I think for her, she'd be like, oh, let's talk about sex, and I think that is the part that upsets Zack. If this happened at all, is
Okay.
that she's not somebody who is shy talking about it or is uncomfortable talking about it. She is a grown up and is okay talking about sex with grown-ups. Even Kim won't do it. So I think it's
Yeah.
just like, yeah, she's just not afraid to like say, I enjoy sex. And that is deeply offensive to Zack.
Okay. All right, just wanted to decode that because I was like, it feels like they're being cagey in her sexuality. I'm like, what is? So, okay.
Yeah. Yep.
She does mention that Zach has been yapping about everybody else's, or just been morally superior for a while, because the producer was like, oh,
Hmm.
so this is not new. And Tegan's like, oh no, this is not new. Wait, going back to the sexuality, remember the whole OnlyFans thing?
Yeah.
Is that
Yeah, I can't
maybe
imagine it's that, because if
okay?
it was that, he would have said, he said you hadn't owned the fans. Like, he would have brought that up probably, because that's already been there. I
Okay.
think it's just like it's something that he knows will like get her upset, essentially. The same way that, listen, as a dad, if I was to ever like be divorced from my wife or whatever and start to date, my child would be baggage I'm bringing into a relationship. That's just a fact. It's something that you would not have to deal with if it was not a parent you were dating. So I could see him saying, hey man, like it's gonna be kind of a lot, she's got some baggage from past relationships. He didn't come out and say, hey, she has a kid. That kid is baggage. Like, I don't think it was that.
No, I think you no, that's not what he meant. She said it. I think they were talking about something and she was like, "Oh, I have baggage, like my kid or something is baggage." And he was like, he didn't like that she referred to her kid as baggage.
Oh, Jesus, I don't fucking know. I just choose to leave Ethan's making this all up so that she will hate Zach.
Yeah. So, and I don't know. I'm torn on that, just whether or not he said it or not. When people refer to kids as baggage, I don't I think I'm on the side of I don't like it either, but it's
Yeah,
not his place to say it. And also, there's always context. It could be context
right.
where it's like dating while having a kid has been hard. Most people see it as baggage, even though to me
Hmm.
it's a blessing. I don't care. Like everything is just being misconstrued because what we heard from Lydia was just like, hey, might not help to have alcohol around here. Now we're like, don't tell me what to drink. Don't tell me like I'm an alcoholic or whatever. I'm like, it's like, so he said, she said, we don't know what it is. But
Yeah,
just in general, I usually don't like if I hear it, I'm usually like, no, don't say that's baggage. There's some people who date people, maybe they can have kids of their own, and then they're just grateful, like, oh, there's somebody who already has a kid that I can love on. It's not always baggage. It's not.
that's
I
true.
don't know.
That's
It
fair.
doesn't have to be unless you make it. And also, if you think it's baggage, then just don't date someone with a kid.
Yeah,
I
don't
don't
date
know.
somebody who has a kid.
There are options. There are options over
Right.
there. So, okay, I'm gonna take a break and come back with Little Miss Kim. All right. Um, Lydia has set the stage. She talked about Joshua and how Kim never wants to talk about it. Apparently, she went on a podcast. Do we know what podcast that is
No idea.
that she went on? And she talked about it and how, she feels like it was a factor in her parents' divorce and all that stuff. So Kim looking for any reason to go against Lydia, even though out her mouth she says, "Oh, I want to work things out. I want to do this," but everything she does is against that. I can't tell
Hmm.
you how much I really hated that conversation of Kim, Ethan, and Isaac. Like Isaac, I have grown to really, really, really dislike so much,
Same. Yep.
but that conversation with them just really grinds my gears because it's just so, in my eyes, sinister. I
Hmm.
just Kim is giving Robin Brown a run for her money because
Yes.
Robin gets
Yeah.
under my skin so bad. And I always say, I don't know these people, they should not, but Kim gets on my nerves because you want to appear like, oh, you're a great mom, but now you want to be friends with your sons. And it's just, boy, moms are never beating the allegations because the
Mm-mm.
way she treats Ethan when anything happens, she knows Ethan is going to react. She knows Ethan is going to get riled up. So she goes and runs to him first, feeds him and breaks it down in a way that's going to get him riled up, gets impressionable Isaac, and then it becomes a whole thing. And they're talking about Lydia like she's not a member of the family. That really
Yeah.
just gets to me.
She's an outside invader here to wreck what we have.
No one even thinks, oh, let's call Lydia. Let's see, like, hey, what happened? Like, I heard this, oh, mom isn't really happy. They just talk about her like, oh, they think that they're better than us. Why would they judge people? Why? It was just gross. I did not
It's
like that
gross.
at all.
No.
But, anyways, Kim, I have to say, it was courageous to go to a therapist on national television to talk about this tragedy. Um,
Hmm.
I did like that she liked the therapist that worked with Veronica and missing Micah. so much that she
Mhm.
went to her, or they were like, listen, we can't find someone that's going to sign off on this. She have the rights. She said she'll appear on TV. So, hey,
She already signed the release.
just go with her. She did go deep about her pain. She did talk about causing pain, for her children. And she does say that, Lydia going public, that's a whole separate issue that they're working with. There's just something about when Kim, I guess, is being vulnerable, there still feels like there's something missing. I
Mhm.
don't know what it is. And maybe it's just how she is, how she was raised, like don't cry, take it on the chin. I don't know. But I don't want to say
There seems to be
performative.
some distance. Yeah,
Yeah.
there's
Yes.
some distance, and which I can understand. This is a very traumatic experience that
Yes.
happened. It probably is a bit of self protection to distance yourself from what actually happened on that day, but it
Yeah.
does feel like she's not fully connected to it in the way that you might expect.
Yes. I'm glad you see that too, because I was like, is it just
Yeah.
me? But yeah.
No.
Dr. Tai says that they not only lost a sibling, but they also lost their mom for some time.
Hmm.
And it's important for her to give them space to allow them to say what they need to say. I don't know why she's saying they. There's only one kid that wants to talk. The rest of them are
Right.
just like whatever makes mom happy. Um, Kim says that she tried to give the older kids space and to do their thing, but she needs to set boundaries on Lydia on what she can or can't say publicly. I'm like, do you want to work things out or do you
Yeah.
not? Like, pick a lane.
Because she almost said she doesn't have the right to talk about that. She used some other word instead, but it was like, I forget what word she put in there instead, but very much what she was saying is like, you don't have the right to discuss this in public. Like, you're not
Yeah.
allowed to do that, is essentially what she was saying.
Yeah. She says, Dr. Tai says, like, they need their mom. And even though she thinks that she might have been present, but she was not available. And even if it's a play by play that they want and you're sitting there, like, she has to sit there because they need her to be there. She does say
Mm-hmm.
grief is internal and mourning is external. I was like, ooh, come on, Dr. Tai, come on with the
Bars.
knowledge.
Yep.
So she gives her an idea and she tells her, like, maybe you just tell it as a story to Joshua and just say like this day was supposed to be XYZ, but it ended up being XYZ. And Kim is a lot of things, but this was so heavy. Like she was sobbing at this point. Like no
Yeah.
parent should ever have to lose a child, but to lose a child at your own hands.
Yeah. And to lose a child at your own hands, and for you to be the one to see the immediate aftermath, those are
Yeah.
images that are never going to get out of your head.
Yes. I always say like there's not all traumas can be worked through. You just
Right.
learn to live with
Some are
them,
just
but
with you.
they're just with ya like a hug and a sweater.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Kim does say that the worst part about it is just how graphic it was and what she saw, and that's the part that just lives with her, and she finds it very hard to talk about, which is understandable, honestly, which is very,
Completely.
very understandable. So when they're done, she says she'll try, and she leaves and immediately calls Lydia in the car. I have questions about this because she tells her like she's ready to talk about Joshua and tells her to come by Saturday. In my mind, they have to set up call times, right? They have to have the
Mm-hmm.
times, on Saturday. So how did she leave immediately and that was already set up or that was already pre-planned and you tell Dr. Tai to give her the assignment? Or am I overthinking this?
No, I mean, it could be either because she was like, "Hey, man, I'm at work," so it could have been like authentic. I'm gonna call you. She doesn't know that I'm calling. I don't know how busy the
Yeah.
bar or restaurant is. I don't know, but yeah, it did. I often have questions about like how do you schedule this kind of stuff production wise too.
Oh, but now that I think about it, it was a surprise party. So no, she didn't know. Lydia didn't know about
Oh,
it.
right,
So yeah.
yeah.
Okay, so that's when we find out that they're doing a surprise party to celebrate their first anniversary, but they also want to address the whole them being holier than thou, and D
It's an
Day has
intervention,
come. It
surprise
is an
party.
intervention, a weird intervention that only the Plath family could have.
Mm-hmm.
So the day comes, and she says she allegedly wants to clear the air on Lydia because, well, no, she says, first of all, Lydia said that the night before her wedding was the worst day of her life, and she hates that for her. And Kim is like, you know what? Bet. Let's see if we can create the second worst day of your life.
Let's go for the high
for
score.
you. For you. So that's why she decides to have the intervention on the day they are celebrating their anniversary. So if your wedding day wasn't bad, let's one off. Let's have your
Mm-hmm.
first anniversary be terrible. Um, so finally, we've been talking about this for so long, Brian, but she acknowledges that Lydia and Zack are living the values that, Lydia was taught growing up. So is it hypocritical of her to say that they're being judgmental? But she's like, well, the difference is you have to teach your children. No matter what it is, we're teaching our children. But in this case, they're sitting down with other adults and telling them what to do. Thoughts?
I mean, I wish I could formulate something to respond. This whole situation just made me so uncomfortable. All of it.
What
Like,
is making you uncomfortable?
well, no, the anniversary aspect of it
Yes.
is
Yes.
tough. The
Yeah.
the fact that the whole family goes into this like, okay, I'm really gonna let them have it. Like all of that, I'm just like, y'all are bad people. Because like
Yes.
Lydia and Zack, yeah, they got problems. Got it. They have
Yeah,
issues that you guys
absolutely.
don't like.
Yes.
They don't deserve this. Like
Yes.
this is bad.
Like there's no good intention in any of this. This is just
None.
like adamant. Like, even if you want to say production said this is a moment to have all of you, nobody was like, I'm not doing that to my sister. Kim is not like, I'm not doing that to my child. And Kim knows exactly what she's doing, because why didn't you tell Barry? Well, she talks about it. Let's get there. But um
Well,
she says that Isaac made a bench where they're gonna carve Joshua's initials in there, but first we have to clear the air first. Like, it's very important for her to remind us that they have to clear the air,
mhm,
and they're gonna do all
mhm.
that. So she continues to say, like, she thinks it's wonderful that Lydia and Zack want to honor God, but the rub is telling people how to live, and it's important to mend things with Lydia. Are you counting? This is number 156.
Mhm.
So before I
Priorities.
move forward, do you have any thoughts on Ken braiding one of the younger daughter's hair and why
I have
that
a
was?
lot of thoughts. My first thought is, well, I don't like that. My second thought is he's gonna fuck this up. Like I don't. It made me really uncomfortable. I don't know why he was doing it. I don't know why she wanted him to do it. I don't know if he knew what he was doing. It Barry is their blood father. He would never do this. I can't imagine. So no, all of this is really weird to me.
That is what I was thinking, because if there wasn't like 5,000 sisters in the house, they're all in town. That would be a different
Right.
thing. Why does
Yes.
he have to brush and braid? Why did they think they had to include
Of all
this?
people.
Why do they want to make this man part of the show? So that was just like a choice. Like, we finally
Yeah.
have a story that we're milking. We didn't need this. This is
No.
uncut, an uncut, not a gem. So
Yeah, get that weirdo here, braid this hair real quick. It's bizarre.
Okay, let me take a quick break and I'll be right back. And we are back. Kim comes in, tells Tegan, "Hey, can I talk to you upstairs?" And Tegan is like, "Oh, did I do something bad? Like, why'd you want to talk to me?"
Uh-oh.
Kim tells us that she wants to check that Tegan is okay before they bring up the things, because there's some things that were also said. And I'm just like, this is more than she's ever done with Lydia. She has never been delicate with Lydia to check, like, are you okay? Like, how are you feeling? Because the thing about it, I'm not a parent, but even I know in human relations that you're not going to treat each child the same. Every child has different needs. So you should cater to that. And just because you run to Ethan and tell him stuff and he decides to storm off and break things, doesn't mean that's the same way you're going to treat Lydia or Mariah. So what are we doing here?
I
Oh, I'm
don't
so
know.
annoyed.
I don't know
So
what
annoyed.
Kim is doing ever. So everything she does is weird to me.
So annoyed. Well, Tegan at least has the decency, because she's of sound mind, and says, "Yeah, I don't want to bring up anything that has to do with me, because I don't think today is the best time to talk about it." But that's the other thing we always say. These people don't have social cues. They really don't. And they're
None of
comfortable
them.
in it. They're
Yeah.
comfortable
No,
in it.
their action is bizarre at all times.
Yeah. So Tegan is like, yeah, it's the best time to talk about. I don't think it's the best time to talk about it, and I don't want to ruin anything for anybody. And Kim jumps right past that, like she never said anything, and it's like, yeah, you can guess it. I just feel we have to clear the air. That it's pollution, and she is the EPA, and she's going to clear the air today.
She said, yeah, well, anyway, here we go. It's just like, oh my God.
Yeah. As if that wasn't bad enough, Brian, they decided to show us a creepy ass picture, a painting on the wall of a blonde
Mm-hmm.
girl, like in the 70s in the print ads, holding a soap bar that says beauty. That
Yes.
creeped me the hell out.
I don't know why they did that.
I don't
I
know.
can't explain the choice.
We have a confrontation coming. We have Ken braiding hair. Then we have this girl, blonde girl, holding a bar soap saying beauty. It's becoming a horror show. It's not even Halloween.
Yeah. No, this is again, American Pickers is the decor of this house. And I'm like, yeah, you found that in a barn, like covered in like a tarp or some shit. It's weird you have this.
So they decide that they are going to have this intervention. And I am like, why the heck is Ken involved?
Shouldn't be. Shouldn't be there
Why
for
is he
this at
sitting
all.
there? No.
Nope. Doesn't need to be here for this.
Even Barry's a spectator. He doesn't get to sit
Yeah.
beside. Oh, I don't know. This is just.
No.
These
Ken and
people are
Tegan
so
both need to get the fuck out of here. What are you guys here
weird.
for?
They have messed up these children for life, and it's not. It's
Mhm.
irreparable. It's really irreparable at this point.
It is.
So Ethan says that he told Tegan so she's not surprised. But no, we're not telling Lydia. Like, there are how many siblings, and none of the siblings are like, nah, I'm not doing that to my sister. I'm going to tell her. Like, you can do whatever you want. But Kim was like, she didn't want to not tell her so that they wouldn't come or so they wouldn't feel any type of way. And I'm like, okay, you knew what you were doing. But Ethan says he doesn't want them to feel like they're sitting down to beat them up. I'm like, so what are you doing? Oh, so wait, they're clearing the air. My bad.
I don't want them to think that we're doing that because then they'll know it's coming.
Barry, who's in La La Land all the time, is like, all I know is we are talking about Joshua, and we're gonna see. I think it might be good for the kids. Talk about Joshua. Mariah comes by, surprise, surprise, and says, yeah, I'm just gonna go in and bake a cake. She's like, I want no parts of this, even though she was part of the complaints. As last I knew, because how would they have heard about it? But I don't know. She's like, I don't want any part of this. I'm gonna go bake a cake for them. Um, they go into the kitchen and she's helping Amber. We are fans of Amber on here, and we're just waiting for her to be an adult and just see what path she takes with this.
Yep.
But Amber reiterates that she shouldn't have. Oh, she tells her side of the story of what happened, and she's like, they were just saying like they shouldn't have done this around her. They talked about it in the car on the way to the airport, but instead of just stopping there, Zach decides to start listing all the things that they did wrong while they were there.
Yeah.
Thing.
And another thing.
Zach is one of those people who's just naturally annoying. He's gifted in that
Mhm.
regard. Like, he doesn't have to do much, and he's just annoying, and he doesn't know when to stop. And Amber tells him, like, listen, it's not your place to say all of these things. Like, if it came from Lydia, okay, we would listen. We know her intentions. She's our sister. We know who she is. But he insists that it is his place. It is my place to say something. And Lydia
Yep.
is crying at this point. And I'm like, is this why it wasn't filmed? I just, did they think it would be so bad? It would be a bad look for Zach?
I mean, maybe, but I don't think of production as being like that protective of Zach. I don't know.
Yeah. Is it Mariah? I don't want to film.
Oh
I don't
boy.
want. I don't know. I don't.
She's got so many problems. It could be her.
So they sit, and Kim immediately goes up to Lydia, bringing up her deepest, darkest feelings and talking about this is why she thinks they divorced. And I'm like, again, why did you not call your daughter privately and ask this question? You already shamed her among her siblings, but you decided we're going to put her in a public execution and just do all that to her.
Yeah, we're trying to damage her this time. Like, that's the only explanation I have for it.
Maybe they're mad that people like her and the rest of them get a lot of flack.
Could be. I mean,
Ethan
it would make
chimes
sense
in.
for this family.
Yeah. Ethan chimes in and is like, yeah, I didn't like it. Like, if anything, you're the ones who said, like, if you had anything, you should talk to us first before we go public. And he says, like, for me, for one, I don't like talking about Joshua publicly. But I'm like, yeah, we know, Ethan. None of that has worked for you. You don't talk about anything. So, Okay.
Anything. You own one shirt.
Yeah. He keeps going. He's like, mom already gets shit for how they raised us. It's not fair that she had to deal with this. And like I said, boy moms are never beating the allegations, because I swear I saw Kim beaming with pride. I swear I saw her
Yes.
smirking like, that's my boy.
Just like I taught him.
And Barry is like, what is happening? Like, I did not expect this. What are we talking about? I thought we said we were just talking about Joshua, how it affected us. Lydia at this point is tearing up, but she's not saying a word. She's taking it on the chin. And Kim says, if you're going to go on a podcast and talk about me, then at least you should give me a heads up. Now, I think that's fair. I'm not going to say that's not fair. Like, if there's a situation, but we all know that sometimes you go on there, one question leads to another. It's not anything that you're prepared to. And yes, you could have the option of saying, I don't want to speak for her, so I'd rather not, but these things happen. Give your daughter grace, you know?
Yeah. Well, and that response comes from like, training. You get trained on how to handle like press and publicity. And if you're not somebody who's done a lot of these interviews, you go into it having a conversation. You don't go into it with a plan of, here's how I'm going to address this, and here's how I'm going to phrase that so I don't get in trouble and so I don't, upset people around me. It's just, I was asked a question, so I answered it. Because she hasn't done like media training on how to avoid doing that sometimes.
Yeah. Lydia, they do an on the fly confessional, and Lydia mentions like she's not really talking about it. Like, they talked about it in the car with her mom, but they didn't talk about it much. But she didn't need to, because she thinks that Zack has been her safe place and she got everything off her chest on there. And we've talked about this, Brian, where it gives me concern that she's making Zack her everything. Like, she doesn't even want to use her brain. It's just Zack, 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 Zack. And she's young, but I don't think it's cool. Like, she needs to work on that. So
no, it's
Lydia.
Southern Hospitality Emmy. Just Will is my mouthpiece. I say what he wants me to say.
Lydia immediately apologizes. I think this is classic reality TV masterclass. Like, people should learn. She apologizes. She's not defensive. And she said, the thing for the divorce, it's like, I don't know. I don't know why you guys broke up. You dropped a bomb on me. So I was left to speculate. I don't know what it could have been. Like, you didn't tell me. I'm old enough to take care of the children for you and be a parent, since you guys decided you're checking out. But I'm not old enough. She didn't say all this, guys. This is all me extra. But you didn't tell me. But you didn't tell me what the reason is. You don't think I'm old enough for you to actually give me substance so I can process this. Because if you guys remember, Lydia is the person who struggled the most with this divorce. And she's like, what is happening right now? So all she said,
she was
was like,
emotionally wrecked by it.
yeah, prayer closet. All she said was she was left to speculate about the divorce, and she didn't have much detail. She says she's sorry that it hurts her, that she didn't know the question was going to come up, and she didn't think it all the way through. Barry iterates and says like, hey, that the divorce was just between, the reasons was between him and Kim, and it had nothing to do with Joshua. And Kim does say that Barry has always been supportive of her when it comes to Joshua, which I'm kind of glad she has that. Imagine having a spouse who's just blaming you. That's double.
Oh,
Everything.
And really, it could have gone that route because it was at your hand, and so that very much could have been the outcome that she wound up with.
Can I say though, if it was flipped, wouldn't Kim do that? Wouldn't she blame
are
him?
you kidding me? Kim, yes, Kim would get like Joshua tattooed across her chest and stuff like that. Like, it would be, and then like have a sign in the bathroom saying "you did it" or something like that. Like, it would be awful. She would not handle this any kind of grace at all.
Yeah. So while she's saying that, Zack decides to step in for his woman. And, she tried to talk to you about it. She hasn't had the opportunity to confide in you. And I just know the Plath family were fuming. Like, shut up.
Oh my
You're an
God.
outsider.
How dare you? Yeah. Who do you think you are?
Kim is like, yeah, I disagree. I tried to talk to her. I tried to talk to her in the car. She didn't want to say anything and she was quiet. And I'm like, Kim, you are the parent. Why are you always trying to blame Lydia? Why are you trying to make it equal? Like, oh, 50-50 blame, or you are the parent. Like, you are the one who made the pivot. You raised this girl in one way. Now you're blaming her for believing in the things that you taught her, and you're not even trying to meet her halfway. And you're saying you want to make things work, but everything you're doing is, you're the ops. Really?
Yeah. Yeah, no, you raised her to be a certain way. You've changed. Now you're mad at her for doing the things that you wanted her to do. I don't know why she hates her like this. Like, we haven't seen Lydia do anything to deserve scorn from her mom like this.
She is triggered by her. The same reason that she kind of didn't like Olivia, she is a reminder of like, I wasted all my years. I believed in something. And now she sees her daughter and like, she's not really sure, like, okay, now I've switched. I believe in premarital sex. I can wear short skirts and do drink sugar or whatever the hell it is. And she's like, but is that really the path? I'm still not as happy as I thought that I was going to be. And then you see the daughter who's like, well, you should walk the path of God, and she's feeling judged. It's because you don't feel like you don't really believe in you're not in your convictions. You're not like really fully believing what it is that the path that you're walking. And she's like an open reminder or a walking reminder to her that this is the other part, because deep down inside she's probably like, oh my god, am I sinning? Am I still doing, like, what am I doing? And even though she's not judging her, she feels like Lydia is judging her. I mean, maybe she is, but you got to give Lydia some credit. Like, she's still in a bubble, her head is still in the clouds. Like, I don't think
Yeah.
that's her intention. Zack maybe, but Zack is also clueless. Like, the man has no social cues. He thinks he's
Yeah.
doing the right thing.
Neither one of them are equipped for any of this.
Yeah. As if that wasn't enough, the girl already apologized. She already took responsibility. Isaac, man of the house, is like, well, just try to talk to her before you do anything publicly. And she got it. She knows. Thanks.
Yeah. Understood.
Heard.
Right? Heard.
So Lydia says she wants to do better, and she understands that Ethan saying, like, let's celebrate Joshua's life, not the tragedy of his death, but it affected her in every way. Like, it was so stressful, like, it's still stressful in her life. She's still stressed out by sirens, but they just can't talk about the good stuff. And basically, they want her to deal with stuff the way they do. Brush it under
Yeah.
the carpet and act like it never existed, because it's working out
Mhm.
so well for them. Oh my God.
We're all doing fine.
Everything's fine. The meme. Julie
Yep.
says that the goal is not to pick on her, but, and this is where I know that this woman is vindictive. Um, it's not to pick on you, but is anybody else out there? Is there anything else anybody else wants to share? And that sent me over the roof, because this is a pre-orchestrated meeting. There was a plan.
Yeah.
There were things to
Yeah.
say, so don't act like nobody else has anything to say when people do have something to say. And oh my God, I feel
Who wants
so
to
bad.
pile on quick?
I feel so bad for Lydia. She was struggling to keep it together because
Yeah.
it was an ambush. It was an
Yeah,
ambush.
it
You think
was.
she came in with her donut and her coffee? Who am I gonna sit beside? And it's like, your family hates you, and they're just not even trying. And honestly, bullshit that Mariah decided not to be a part of this. Because if you want to come in there and go behind your family and say, oh, I feel judged, if you guys don't feel comfortable in the choices you're making in your life, don't take it out on Lydia. If you're comfortable with your drinking, if it is not excessive, because no one wants to tell each other the truth, if Mariah, we don't know, I'm not saying that she does. If she does have a drinking problem or she's drinking too much, who's going to tell her?
Nobody.
Amber said maybe if he comes from Lydia. So Lydia did tell her, and she has a problem with it too still, and you feel like you're being judged. So you not even staying there to stand up for your sister, knowing what was going to happen, that's a sign. And that's terrible too.
Yeah.
So
100%. No, all of this.
Lydia, run. I know, like, everyone thinks, oh, family forever, blood's thicker than water. But if they're bringing on rest to your life, take your peace. Even if Zack is a weirdo, she basically married her dad. Take him and go and find your happiness. Where is she now? Colorado or something? Go
Colorado,
you
yeah.
and be happy.
Hosanna seems to be doing fine.
Yes.
Use that as your model. Like, that's your model.
Is Hosanna older than Ethan? Or she's right
I think
after
so.
him?
I think she's the oldest. I think.
So does she not talk to them at all, or she just doesn't want to be on the show?
I don't know.
Okay.
I would imagine she's just want to be on the show, but I guess I don't know.
Yeah.
Because I mean, if you just don't want to be on the show, well, I was gonna say you're missing a lot of like family celebrations. They don't really do like Christmas and things, or they do Thanksgiving, and she wasn't there for the wedding and stuff. So like,
Yeah.
you are missing stuff if you're just not part of this. But I guess I don't know.
Okay, guys. Do your thing. Please let me know. Is Hosanna on speaking terms with the family? And what does Barry do for work or for money? Is he an influencer? Nothing is going to make me follow Barry. I cannot look at that mug all the time. So please let me
Oh,
know. Thanks,
Plath
guys.
Daddy influencer.
So Ethan says, "Yeah, I got something to say. I want to clear the critiques to the younger kids. The way they say younger kids, like, anyways, I digress.
Yeah.
And that Zach has interjected himself in frivolous things, and it's an overstep that he doesn't want him saying things to them. Zach in a confessional is like, it's so ironic that he's bringing up these conflicts when he has brought them to him and he said nothing. That, he threw him out of the house, he called him gay. And Lydia's like, he could have said anything he wanted. He was like, but I don't, because I want to move forward and I want him to be like a brother to me. But the thing is,
Yep.
like, when Zach does say, when I do something wrong, he's so detailed, and now he just decides he wants to speak up for the family and be the man of the house, like acting like their dad is not there. But I don't know. Barry doesn't care. So
No, he's just
um,
smiling like an idiot.
so he's just like, so now I'm a problem for the family. Cool, got it. I'm not gonna say anything anymore. I'm just gonna stay in my lane. And this is an overwhelming family, and I don't know why anyone would date someone as a member of this family, because they're just gonna run you out
No.
and they want to keep to themselves, and let's help them keep it that way, you know?
Yep. No, if you come into this family, they're going to make you the problem eventually. It may not be immediately, but at some point, you're going to become the problem, and all the guns are going to be turned on you.
Yeah, I'm sure if Tegan was even considering giving Ethan another chance after this, she's probably
Not
like,
now.
yeah, no thanks.
I'm just going to exit stage left real quick here.
That was it. So I'm glad that we kind of got something, because I was very, very pessimistic after the last episode of nothing that happened. So we'll see where this goes. They're going to stretch out this intervention. I just don't know how you do this. And it's like, happy 1 year anniversary. And Mariah and
Right.
Amber come out with the cake because she's like, oh, do they know the cake is for them? Like, I don't want your cake. You're part of this. So
So
we'll
poison
see.
in this cake.
We'll see. We'll see what happens. So, okay. Any final thoughts?
No, I'm looking forward to seeing how the season wraps up, because it's finally got some momentum going.
Yeah. Okay. Well, thanks as always for joining, guys. If you have any thoughts, if you have any questions, send them over. All the social media handles are Tane Talks, TAYNETALKS. Until next time, guys. Bye.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Tane Talks. Sleeping hot? Waking up sweaty at 2 a.m.? It's not you, it's your sheets. And Care Aloha is your answer. They're the original for bamboo sheets that are naturally breathable, moisture-wicking, and luxuriously soft, designed to keep hot sleepers cool and comfortable all night long. You can feel the difference in how much cooler you sleep. Care Aloha's innovative bamboo fabric pulls heat away from your body, so you fall asleep faster and stay asleep longer, without cranking the AC. Improve your sleep tonight. Shop Care Aloha bamboo sheets now at carealoha.com. That's CARILOHA.com. Cooler sleep starts with Care Aloha.